New York Jets football. Catch the fever.
It's always going to be Jet Life Stadium. Unless we get our own stadium, then we're glad they're going to call it whatever they call that.
Jets. Jets. It's easy to spell.
The Jetropolitans?
New York Jets. Great on paper.
Hey, forget about it.
Hey, never forget about it. Uh-huh.
Chad Pennington?
Jets, because they know the fans have things to do in January.
Wayne Corbett, Hempstead Turnpike.
Hey, what's the best team around? Who cares? I love the Jets.
It's Ryan and Tim's Cool Your Jets with Tim and Ryan.
Go Jets. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Ryan and Tim present Cool Your Jets with Tim and Ryan.
Go Jets.
Go Jets. Go Jets.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Well, I think right off the bat, we have to discuss an incident last week during.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Listen, everybody who's drank has been through it. You know, it's not completely unusual. It's ugly,
Yes.
and nobody wants to go through it, but it happens. But you know, you're feeling regret, right?
I am.
Yeah.
I officially want to apologize for my comments during our St. Patrick's Day extravaganza last week.
I did the wrong thing.
I want to let you know that I had alcohol mixed with some expired Flintstone vitamins that might have caused a reaction, and I said some things about women, and that they're only interesting when you're intoxicated.
I'm very disappointed with my behavior.
Yeah.
And I am sorry. I have been talking to my pastor about it.
And you officially do not think that, right?
No, I of course I respect women. I think they're interesting in any state of mind that you're in. Mm-hmm. You know, even dead sober.
But not all women. I mean, but just like not all men. I'm not trying to. I don't want to die on this hill, but you treat them equally to men, because not all men are interesting and not all women are interesting. But it has nothing to do with.
I don't see that. Yes, you're right, but that's on a human basis. It has nothing to do with.
Right. It's neither here nor there. You want to apologize to all women because you want to.
And yes, I am sorry. And for this part, we're going to bring on our intern here. Kat, can you come here for a moment, please? Just back here.
Yeah.
As our intern, you know, you don't actually get to. You're right. You can sit. You can have a seat. All right. I want to apologize to all women, and I apologize to you. I didn't mean what I said, and all women are interesting in any state. And as an apology, I offer you this quartz alarm clock with it glows in
nice.
the dark, and it has a Jets pendant.
Are we happy about that, right?
And I know women like crystals and being on time. So thank you. Oh, you took it off. Okay. Well, and I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not saying that she represents all women. It's just, you know, she heard the comments directly, and it's, you know, we just want to show that we're not in a bubble here.
Yes.
So we do have, there's women that are willing to talk to Tim, post those comments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not make any more of a deal of it, but thank you for accepting my apology.
Do accept, right?
Oh, yeah. Do you accept?
I want to kiss you.
Okay.
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 That's good enough for
That's
me.
great. All
Yeah,
right.
that sounds like a real solid acceptance.
Thank you. You could go back to work. Okay.
Going forward,
Yeah, that was just because I
Yeah.
wanted to look good for that.
you did, and you looked great for it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I should probably apologize too, because I was here for it, and I kind of just let it happen. I didn't really stand up to anything. I didn't feel great in the moment, but I should have kind of held your feet to the fire a little bit. So I also apologize for not doing more.
You really should.
I was a little complacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably the lowest point in the Jets, the whole organization.
Yeah, they don't
with
like to
women.
treat women disrespectfully historically.
I want to kiss you.
Yeah. I also didn't like the whole, during that whole thing, looks like Clunk had the butt fumble playing.
Oh, yeah. Well, because you butt fumbled.
I butt fumbled. That was,
last week,
That was quite the butt fumble.
Yeah, so that's the penalty, though. I mean, it was one of our darkest times in history, was the butt fumble. So to show that you really are apologetic, that's kind of the and to kind of keep you in line in the future, the penalty is we face with the butt fumble. So
Yeah.
but going forward, we got these flags, and if I feel like you've done something or I've done something, we can throw a flag on the play and we can call each other out for.
I have
Because
flags
sometimes
as
it's
well.
hard to verbalize something
Yeah.
if you feel like you said something and I was like a little hesitant to say something. If I just had this flag and I could have just thrown it at you, then
Yeah, right.
yeah,
I mean, it's the same. If you do something, I could throw it at you as well.
yeah.
So
And then if I want to replay, I can just throw that at you if I want to see a replay of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do something, I probably don't want a replay of it, but I mean, I'm sure like you do something, I could throw it at you.
Yeah, but it's more likely you're going to do something that's like deserves a flag on the play.
We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So we're always trying to improve Cool Your Jets here, all right?
Yeah.
And
That's a good point.
We're always open to any opinions you have. You could comment, you could like, you could subscribe, you could do whatever you want. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's only going to get better. If you like what you see now, I mean, it's only going to get better. So
Room for improvement.
everybody has room for improvement.
That's true.
And the biggest thing is to apologize. It really is. It says a lot about somebody who's willing to apologize for something. So
Thank you.
I respect it.
Yes.
And luckily we got a
And I'll do my best.
acceptance for your apology on behalf of all women. So
Yeah.
I guess that's that.
We got that out of the way. Boom. That ugliness is over.
Good. All right.
Close
Let's
that
shake it
chapter.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's zeep zop zoop our way out of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we gotta put the numbers back up.
There we go.
Yeah. See, we're back. We're back, baby.
We are now at 20,527 days since the New York Jets won the Super Bowl,
Yep. We are.
and we're getting closer to seeing them again. It's just
It's only a matter of time.
less than 300 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be crazy. Mm-hmm. A little over 300 days.
I did check back to last week's video.
Okay, someone did, right? That's good.
Yeah, there was a couple views, and one of them was me. A little weird. Some stuff. I don't know if Klunk's messing around with us or you, but there was like some cuts to your Boglin friend and some I don't appreciate him goofing off. Like, we're trying to put on a show. I'm talking about something I'm passionate about, which is the whack-a-mole. And he just cuts to this Boglin and you shouting at it. But something didn't make sense because it seemed like you guys were actually having a conversation. It was actually a pretty good editing job on his part. But, we don't... That's not what this is about.
It made me look crazy. Like I actually.
Yeah, I was
Hear
concerned for you
and
because you were
talk.
shouting out randomly, but that happens every once in a while. So I've come to accept it. But then he acts like you're having a conversation with a
Boggling.
Boglin.
Yeah.
And that's even crazier than you just having outbursts.
Yeah, Little King Vinny Spunk.
You couldn't have appreciated that. Did you see it?
No, I thought it was very surreal to me.
Yeah.
I thought it was very odd that Clunk did that. I think he's I'm going to use a term that I learned from women that I appreciate, gaslighting.
Yeah.
Gaslighting. I feel
Seems
like,
like it.
that I was finally on that side of the gaslight. Mm-hmm. And
Finally.
what's that?
You said you were finally on that side of the gaslight? Have you been accused of gaslighting before?
Anyway, what Clunk did was confusing, and I felt,
Okay.
targeted.
Yeah.
That in my weakened state from delicious Irish whiskey. And
He's acting like he had nothing to do with it over there. He's like
No.
he's acting like he doesn't know. But who else?
We had the discussion in the text. I don't know
Yeah.
if you saw it, if you got your phone
Yeah,
back, or if
yeah. As soon as
your
I
wife
saw it, I'm
told
like,
you.
as soon as I saw it, I texted her. I'm like, "What are you doing? You're undermining the seriousness of our conversations."
Yeah.
You know. It would be awesome if that thing did talk, but
But it
you know,
doesn't.
It doesn't, right? Yeah,
No.
it's not even. Yeah,
Boglins don't
Yeah.
talk.
yeah. But we just got some, as they say, some stuff to clear off the table before we get to the matter at hand.
Yeah, housework, house cleaning.
House
We
cleaning
do
was
house cleaning.
was the term I was trying to
That
find,
was
but
it.
I couldn't
Yeah,
pull.
we got that out of there. But
Any big news from the Jets? I've been a little busy this week. I haven't
well,
really,
they're
haven't really
still
kept
looking
up
to
with
fill
them.
some holes.
Yeah,
Got
aren't we
big
all?
holes in the. I'm not touching that. And we're hoping with the draft coming up, the Jets are going to fill those all important slots.
Yeah.
Also, I heard, here's the thing, MetLife this year, or 2016, will be
2016,
hosting
2026.
FIFA. They will be having FIFA games.
The other football.
Yeah, the European hacky sack with the kicking.
Yeah.
And then they have to replace the, I don't know what's that called, AstroTurf, the fake turf.
Really?
'Cause,
Do they play soccer on AstroTurf sometimes? Or I feel
No,
like
they got to do it on grass.
they're going to put in grass.
So some temporary
Just the whole
grass.
FIFA.
Yeah, just for these games. Because only half of the stadiums in the NFL actually have real grass.
Yeah.
So
And are they going to keep it real grass after this?
I don't know. There's some type of fake real grass that we might use. And it always made me think, if they still use real grass, would Aaron Rodgers have busted his leg?
We'd have
like
a
that?
championship right now.
We would have several.
This would be
This show would be pointless.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have to do this. And we
I mean, it'd
don't.
be pointless. It would
Well-
just this would be 30 60 or something like that.
Yeah.
It would be like
Ridiculous.
how long it's been since the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers.
That's
a friend
interesting.
Of the show.
So is that the only stadium that it's going to take place in, or do they
No,
play
there's
them
gonna
in
be a
multiple?
few.
They take
There's
it
gonna be a
must
few,
take
yeah.
place in multiple stadiums.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be crazy right
You
now.
ever watch the soccer games?
I have watched soccer games. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that official?
Is that it's official that our buddy friend of the show, we think it was him, Aaron Rodgers, is now a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, and that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
because
now we hate him.
yeah, he's a scumbag.
What a jerk. How
Yeah.
dare you get fired and get another job?
Yeah, he goes to Pittsburgh, a team that I'm not
Yeah.
really that.
They're the Steelers, EALERS.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we
Yeah.
did get rid of him.
They took their garbage pickers,
And they garbage
like
pickers.
Tony Danza. You
Was he
remember?
a garbage picker?
Well, in that movie where he was a kicker for the Philadelphia Eagles, the garbage picker, he was the kicker, garbage picker.
I don't remember this movie.
I think it was real.
You do?
Clunk, you look that up. Tony Danza, Philadelphia Eagle kicker, garbage picker. And try to, not make it like a Boglin saying it. Tony Danza, movie, Philadelphia Eagles.
Was his name Tony in it?
It's everything
Has he
he's
ever played?
done, he's always told. He can't.
Is he
'Cause
too
if you call him
stupid?
anything else,
He won't respond.
he can't respond.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. It's the garbage picking, field goal kicking Philadelphia phenom.
Is that the name of the movie?
That's the name of the movie.
And you brought that up as if I was just this common knowledge that I was going to be like, oh yeah, this movie. I've never in my life heard of this movie, and I'm a Tony Danza fan.
Yeah, you're like number 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the number 3 fan in the world, Tony
Okay,
Danza.
yeah. Mary Lou
Sounds
Henner
like-
is a bigger fan of Tony Danza than
Yeah.
you.
She the one that remembers everything?
Yes, everything. I bet she knew the name of the movie.
Yeah, she wouldn't forget that.
Yeah.
Would you want that?
Uh,
To remember everything?
what is it? A photographic memory?
Yeah.
See, I feel
It's
like
not
that's
photo.
a double-edged.
It's not photographic. That's a
Oh.
different thing. And it's actually they just were talking about it in a book I was listening to, and now I can't. And I can't remember what it is, but yeah, she can remember. You can give her a date,
and she'll
and she'll tell you what you had for breakfast that day. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, electric memory. Is that what this is? I took my glasses off. Jesus. Well, it doesn't matter. They're not real.
Adactic.
Adactic.
Adactic memory.
Even if it was right in front of us, we can't read because we don't have adactic memories. But I don't know.
A near adactic memory.
Maybe. See, that's like. Do you want to remember everything? My memory. I actually have a redacted memory.
Yeah,
like,
most
I
things
go back and
redacted. There's
blank
just
out.
black
Yeah, it's just,
stripes through your memory.
Mostly legal reasons. I think I purposely forget things.
Yeah.
Just like plausible deniability.
Right.
Except for last week.
I think I would want to have that kind of memory. There was definitely downsides to it, but I feel like to be able to call to remember every play of the Jets.
Oh, yes, that'd be
like,
great.
Be like, oh, this game, this play. I feel
But
like
also-
I'd really.
Do you really want to remember every play? Of every
Yeah,
game of
only
the Jets?
because I feel like if you forget your history, you're bound to repeat the past, something like that. So maybe I think the Jets could use me to be like, I
No,
could be
don't do
on
that.
staff. I could be on staff, and I could be in the booth and be like, yeah, they did this play 4 weeks ago in this position. I would have a perfect recall for that. So I think if I had that memory, I could probably get a position in the Jets organization.
You don't think like they could do that with a computer, like a recording?
Not as
they
I think
record
that
a
might
lot
be
of things.
illegal.
Unless you're a patriot.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that was illegal though. They actually got busted for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not enough.
No, they didn't get busted. Never enough.
No.
No, there's not enough busting.
Did they
that
just
the
get
Patriots.
fined? What did they do? Or like,
I don't even know if it was that.
no.
No, it was a baseball team who was did stealing signs, and
Oh yeah, the Astros.
yeah,
Yeah, they were doing the loud slapping garbage cans.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that I know of a comedian who has journaled every day of their life since they were a young boy, and they have a full history of every day. They can go back, so they don't remember it, but they have access to the memory of it. If they wanted to find that date, they could go back to their journal, and they wrote everything that they did, everything they ate that day, for every day of their life.
What the hell's wrong with them?
That seems like a lot, but I do wish that I started that when I was very young. I feel like I would I think it would be fun to pick a date and go back to when I was 14 and just be like, what did I do on
I would.
August 17th and when I was
But that would
8
have
years
forced
old?
me to be more boring because I don't want to write everything I did. Like I'm just gonna sit home, like staring at feet. All right, there. I used every word I could spell.
Yeah.
That's it.
Staring is a hard one because
try to-
I write starring a lot. If I try to
Starring?
write staring, I
You
end
write
up
starring?
writing
That's why
starring.
you like movies so much.
Yeah. I don't like when I go to my iPhone and occasionally when I borrow an iPhone. And you go to type a
She
word.
still lets you use it, right?
Yeah, for the podcast, she
Yeah.
lets me use it. Yeah,
But she won't let you use it when you're
Ubering.
Ubering.
Well, that's just I'm out of the house for a
Yeah.
long period of time. It's it's a lot.
So like when you're out Ubering and you're starring at the red light, don't you wish you had a phone to like listen to stuff?
Yeah, I'm a pretty good hummer, but yeah,
All right. So I'm sorry. You wish you would journal.
I wish I had journaled. Yeah, I wish I had journaled. I wish that I had a history of every movie I've ever seen.
Actually, I used to save every movie stub.
Even what
I have
they
a
don't really
video
have, now they
box.
don't really have stubs though. What do
No, I still get them printed.
you go there and you say, "Can I get it
Yeah,
printed?"
and I have like a video cassette holder from a video store I worked with.
Yeah,
filled
you
with
put them in there.
like from Jurassic Park.
Is this
to-
true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I mean, I
And
do
have
the bare
it's going
minimum.
going back to how far?
93.
That's pretty far.
Yeah.
But this is only movies you've seen in the theater, so you don't have a history of every movie you've seen.
Then
at home.
I draw them for the ones I see at home.
You draw a little.
You
Yeah,
know, I draw a little.
that would be cute.
You know, I did try to journal when I was a kid to be more like Doogie Howser, MD, and he would have that blue
right.
screen and like
Yes.
do 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 do, and then I sit there like I don't have anything. I'm like honestly,
Yeah.
I'm so, and it made me more depressed. Like I got nothing. I have no Vinny Del Pino coming through my window or Wanda to make out with.
I can't get over how funny it is that you thought if you journaled that you wouldn't end up doing anything because you didn't want to write it down.
I don't know.
That's
So
truly
bored.
one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
You know what I did? I did find my mother's baby journal. She wrote a journal when I was a
About
baby,
you,
About
not
me.
her. Not her. She
No.
didn't journal when she was a baby.
That would have been amazing. Like,
Yeah.
God, it's so cool. But no, she journaled what she had me, and she's a huge God fan. It's like her favorite superhero, and then she got to meet him. It was crazy, but I read the journal, and like in it, some points she was so sleep deprived.
Yeah.
She talked about feeling guilty about having fantasies of throwing me in a garbage can. This is true. And then I showed it to her when I found this many years later. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, past only several years ago. I'm like, do you remember writing? She's like, oh, I would have never wrote that. And I'm like, I'm showing it to her. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I didn't forge this.
Yeah. Like, what's your superhero going to say about this?
Yeah,
But
that's very brave to even write that down. I feel like to put that in the world in a physical matter, you have those thoughts, but I feel like once you put them down, it becomes real.
that's true. But I think she didn't think that at the time, you know, I mean, she's so sleep deprived. She's just
I like that you are giving her at least the out that she was sleep deprived, not that
Yeah.
she was just a lunatic. You're
Oh
like,
no,
she was sleep deprived.
wrote.
I'm
And
sleep
like her,
deprived.
I haven't slept in days. He's colicky. He's
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
screaming.
So when he says, I don't want to bring it up again, I'm not going to bring it up again. But remember we talked about earlier? Maybe give him a pass because of some of the stuff he's been through.
You talking about?
Don't worry about it. Let's not bring it up again.
Okay.
I don't want the flag thrown at me. I said I don't want a
I
flag
know.
thrown at me.
You gotta be ready.
Yeah. Okay. So we talked about the didactic memories. We talked about what else?
Mary Lou
Mary Lou
Henner,
Henner.
who was in Evening Shades,
Right. And what else? Taxi?
Taxi, Evening Shades. She played herself in Man on the Moon. That's it.
That's right. That's her career.
Oh,
Then she had,
probably some
then she had
other
a
things.
TV show for a little while.
Oh,
Didn't
she was
have
on Evening
Did she have like a
Shades.
daytime TV show?
She did. You're right. She
a
would've-
talk show?
Of course, she would have remembered that. Yeah.
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 God, what is so annoying to date somebody like that though?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's not what
mean
you
a
said.
No.
What's this, Clunk?
Remember the Jets? Go back to the Jets. We're going to talk about the Jets. Clunk is keeping us. Wait, Mary Lou Henner was in a thing called the Jets?
Huh?
Oh, Clunk, he just hands me something.
Was she in? You think she ever did like a off Broadway production of West Side Story?
The Jets are a token American pop and R&B family band.
The
from
Jets.
Robbinsdale, a suburb of Minneapolis. And wait, is she in it? I don't know what you're trying to say, Clunk. There you go. You have a fun little phone there.
Yeah.
He's still a little pissed. Yeah, but all of that, what we discussed, happened within the 20,527
Yes.
days since the
Yeah.
Jets won.
Everything,
one and all, when they achieved all they needed to win a Super Bowl.
everything
and
Mary
they-
Lou Henner ever did, anything Tony Danza ever did.
You know, it's funny. She was in Evening Shades with Burt Reynolds, who was played college football for Florida State, right?
Wow, see,
Yeah.
it always comes back to football.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
When
And
you're a real,
then he
when
was
you're a
in
real fan, the 9 yard, the whole 9 yards.
Whole 9 yards, the original.
Yeah. Which you prefer?
I'm gonna say, oh, you know what? The original is probably better, but I mean, you see these movies in the 60s and 70s, and like, oh, I can see why they're good, but the pacing has changed, and then we're kind of programmed to like the current way movies are paced.
Yeah.
You know, the whole kind of like average shot right now, I think is like a tenth of a second.
Really?
You know, back then
Yeah,
it
it
was
used to
up to
really-
like 5, 6
to let it
seconds,
breathe.
which doesn't seem very long, but when you're sitting there, like, oh god, you know.
Yeah.
So, and then, has there ever been a movie where Adam Sandler was like a wimp?
Yeah.
What?
Little Nicky.
Yeah, but he ended up taking over hell.
Yeah, I guess he was playing a wimpy character, but deep down he
still
was
had powers.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, Waterboy.
He ended up being the best defensive tackle in all of the NCAA.
I forgot something wrong with my Abdullah Al-Mughal, I guess.
I mean, yes, all right. So he was kind of geeky, but
Right.
he's almost, and women are always amazingly attracted to him in everything he's ever done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like everything.
Well, if you were creating the movies, can you look up the names of the women in all like the first like run of Adam Sandler movies?
Veronica Vaughn,
Veronica Vaughn,
Vicky Valancourt.
Vicky VV.
Yeah, he
Vicky
loved the
Valancourt.
VVs. And
Yeah.
Vanessa, no, what was the third one?
There's another VV though, right?
Yeah, his first, all
Yeah.
VVs.
Okay, so you don't need to look it up. Apparently, he is.
And
You sure you don't have a didactic memory? Am I saying it right yet?
well, no, I missed one. So how could I have
It's close though. I think you have the closest to a didactic memory that
yeah,
I've
but
of
for the
anybody I've ever met.
dumbest stuff, not
Yeah.
important things.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's like little ghosts, little heads. Ooh.
You know, like every time someone asks you like the last 4 digits of your social security number, I have to say them in my head.
Oh,
the
so do I.
like,
Yeah, well, so do I. Yeah.
yeah.
What about if I give you a letter? Can you immediately tell me what letter comes next, or do you have to?
I had
you
to
have
do the
you have
song.
you have to run it up a
Oh,
little bit.
like I can't do the alphabet backwards. I can't.
Oh, that's never. If somebody asks, if a cop asks me to do that, I would say just lock me up because that's never going to happen.
No.
Yeah, I'd have to do it. I'd have to get the next letter. I'd have to go run up. I'd have to go ABC. Get Z. Okay, now Z. And then I'd figure out which letter comes before Z, and then have to keep doing that for every letter that I went back.
W.
W.
Which is-
WZ.
2 V's like Vicky Valancourt.
Yeah.
Bringing it back to
No.
football.
Don't you think it should have been? They should have called it double V instead of W. The letter
Like the French, W.
W.
Yeah.
Is that the W?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. But I think they should have, instead of just calling it, if they wanted to really save time, they should just call it UU.
Yeah.
Because W is a lot more syllables. Just call it UU.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a thought.
That'd be a good joke.
I just feel like that's makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it is written as a U, like if you write it in cursive, right? It's a U.
Yeah,
like
but then it's
two
called,
U's.
but yeah, 2 U's.
Yeah.
That's what they should call it, 2 U's.
2 U's.
That's what they should call it.
Yeah.
Instead of W, just call it 2 U's.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
who killed that guy in the convenience store and My Cousin Vinny?
Yes, 2 Utes.
2 Utes.
Yeah. 2U. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. A woman.
A woman. You saw that movie? We're at 30. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Who's your
I
favorite
mean,
actress?
my favorite actress of all time? I like Parker Posey.
Wow.
Yeah.
I named a dog after Parker Posey. I love her so much.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
a
your
dog
favorite
named
Parker
Posey.
Posey movie? This is where football talk always goes.
Yeah. Right.
Favorite Parker Posey movie, and go. Party Girl, Going Easy.
No. What was the one? What was the Thanksgiving one? I like that one a lot. I'm bad with names of movies, but Best in Show.
Best in Show, yeah.
To me, that's such an ensemble cast. It's hard to call that a poker.
She was good in
Posey.
House of Yes when she.
House of Yes that's a Thanksgiving
yeah,
movie.
when
Yes.
she thought she was Jackie O.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
yes. House of Yes is the movie.
I mean, I remember her. I think originally in Dazed and Confused.
Days of Confused.
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah. All right, freshman bitches.
Air Raid freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best in Show was great when she went. She was like, "What are you, a magician? What are you, a?"
When she's
she
arguing about the bee, the
Yeah,
bumblebee.
yeah. She asked the guy. She's like, "What is this? What is this? It's not a bee.
Yeah.
What are you, a magician? What are you, a wizard?" Yes, that's Parker Posey talk. And great.
All Jets talk goes to Parker.
She was great in Louis C.K.'s show. In the
Yeah, that was
Lucky-
a very weird
Yeah.
few episodes. She did a couple
episodes. Yeah.
I think she's on White Lotus now.
Was that right?
Yeah, I haven't seen
Okay.
this new season. It's
Yeah.
been very little about the Jets on White Lotus. It seems
Yeah.
those are two circles that very rarely
The Venn
intersect.
diagrams is
Venn
not a-
diagram.
Yeah.
Luxury hotels in Thailand and
Yeah.
Jets fans.
Well, what's the biggest downtime of football? Because the season ends, and but then there's a lot of trade talk, and then there's the draft. Is after the draft it kind of calms down a little
Yes.
bit, where you get some respite of from football talk.
So I guess like after April, then we have a few months before
It really starts
summer camp.
ramping up again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're still in the football season, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it will come to an end soon. So, which is why obviously we had so much Jets stuff to talk about today. So
Yeah, I don't know why Hunter S. Thompson did that, huh? When he killed himself, he said he couldn't go through another off season.
that's right.
But I
That's
mean,
right.
if he just watched all the action, and maybe if our podcast or show was around then Hunter S. Thompson would
I
still
think
be gonzoing it.
I think if Hunter S. Thompson was still alive today, he'd still be alive. He wouldn't kill himself if then was now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we dedicate this episode to women and Hunter S. Thompson.
yeah. Because there is no off season.
There is no off season.
All right, you feel good?
Yeah, I feel fine, and I apologize to our fan, and
Who is a woman?
woman,
yeah,
and the Jets organization. Of course, that's something you shouldn't do on St. Patrick's Day. I'm sorry,
Right.
Sully the high holy day like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to mix alcohol again with expired Flintstone vitamins.
Please. You thought about maybe no alcohol at all?
This has been a good show. Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's a no.
I'll cut back on it.
Okay.
I will down to like barely one or two.
Oh, what?
This has been a long one.
Yeah, all right. We should probably wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
But
right.
thank you, everybody. We're gonna see
Count
you.
beers, too?
Do you count beers? It's like a soft drink because it's got bubbles.
Detroiters.
Yeah.
And Sam Richardson goes to the doctor. He goes, how much do you drink? He goes, oh, like 6. He goes, you have 6 beers a week? He goes, a week? He goes, you have 6 beers a day? He goes, we're counting beers too?
I actually recently I had a form. When they ask you in a medical, like, do you alcohol?
Yeah.
Like what alcohol?
Yeah.
Like how? And then like yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And like, well, how often? And I wrote adult amount.
Yeah.
All right. What?
I'm also an adult. I mean, I feel like,
Then drink like one.
okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Is there a flag on that one? All right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much.
5-yard penalty. See you next week. Go Jets.
Go Jets.
Go
Also,
Jets.
yes, go Jets.
Go Jets.
Go Jets.
Go Jets. Go Fields. You're our man.